What's up, Zox fan? We're back with some more Tribe 9. All right, so we got the version 1.1 update notes. So we're going to be looking a little bit more in detail as far as how is the update going to be looking, some things that we may have missed or that they didn't tell us in general. So we're going to be jumping into that. Now, real quick though, I do want to share something that actually has been going on or has happened IRL. I actually did get engaged yesterday. At the recording of this video was yesterday. And so I just wanted to share that with you guys. All of you guys that have been, here from the very beginning that knows who Miss Zox is. I definitely want to say thank you for all of you that messaged me, for the congratulations. I definitely appreciate it. I will be sharing those with her later. Yeah, man, it is a really big milestone. Really hype to go into that next part of my life. And, I just appreciate all of you guys that have supported, really helping Ms. Zox get used to being on camera. A lot of people don't realize that she was actually would have anxiety getting on camera, and you guys just being as welcoming and just so forthcoming with just letting her be a part of the community, and just even more so to where now I feel like you guys don't even like me as much. You like her more. I just want to say thank you to all you guys. And, again, I appreciate all of you guys. You guys really are my second family. So I just wanted to share that with you all. All right. So let's go ahead and let's get into these update notes, man. Again, with these update notes, like I said before, it's actually getting into everything that's coming with this specific update, from city related, challenge, character related, event campaign related, battle related, XB related, exploration, collectible, compatible monster related, and system related bug fixes. All right. So let's go ahead and let's jump into it. So start out with the city related. It says new city has been added, Neo Chiyoda, which we all knew, but it's giving us a little bit more insight on what it's going to look like, which looks pretty cool. Of course, with the challenge related, they're going to have the chapter 3 Dead History Comes for Vengeance. We're getting to see a little bit more up close shots here of the new numbers the new number that's going to be being introduced, as well as the new character that's actually coming as well. Now, of course, moving on, we have the new city challenges, and daily challenges will be added for Neo Chiyoda City, which is great. That just gives us more things like premium currency wise to work towards, and maybe even some mix up stuff for Kane and TP. So that should be cool. Now it says Neo Chiyoda City Zero Sensei missions will be added, which means more currency, period, right? That's all that really is. Now, Akiba will be introduced as a guest character in Story Challenge Chapter 3. Okay, so that's actually pretty cool. And it says the character's abilities and way to operate may be adjusted when they're added as a playable character. We appreciate your understanding. Okay, that's fair, because they did that with Kazuki as well. So we are getting a guest character, and this is always a cool way of them basically implementing a trial character thing, to be able to test characters out before you actually decide if you want to pull them. So that seems like that's a really cool thing that they got going on. Then, of course, for the next updates that we're going to be seeing, following updates will be added to the story screen. And it says the addition of a function that hides the UI for story screen will, I guess, be something that exists, which it looks cool. I will say that's going to be cool for those that like to collect screenshots, stuff like that. Making some fan-made stuff is an easier way for you to be able to do that, which again, they're leaning more into propelling and pushing a really good story and experience versus just trying to sell you a game, I guess, really at that point. And then for here, we have in story logs, a function to replay the voices of dialogues is added. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now it says along with the addition of functions found on the story screen, there will be adjustments to the key assignments / button configuration for the skip button and other functions. All right, so let's actually see. It looks like, okay, I guess maybe you could shift it. I guess, is that what we're seeing here? So I guess, I don't know, maybe I'm blind. Now it says character related. This is what I care about. So Hinagiku Ikiba will be added. Now it says players can obtain a 3-star character, Hinagiku, through the event synchro character made for you. That's actually kind of funny. But yeah, dude, she actually looks like she's gonna have a lot of charisma here, right? Look at that. Look at that, okay? So they actually made a really good looking character. And I know a lot of people actually like made characters, so I just like the fact she has the gauntlets though. Like the freaking gauntlets are insane. So new event synchros we're going to be getting is the Made for You, where she's going to be the 3-star pickup. And then what I was wondering was what her tension card is going to be. Unfortunately, it's not sharing the skill with us, but it is called a tension card called Lovely Impact. So that should be interesting. I don't know. It might be kind of cracked. We'll see. Now it says 9 interactions between characters will be added. And it says on the menu screen, a 9 log function for reviewing received 9 messages will be added. And then it says when obtaining a new character, their voices will now play during the animation. Okay, that's pretty cool. The character screen will feature the following changes. A function that allows for the UI of the character screen to be hidden will be added. So it looks like now you can actually get those like really crisp screenshots. I'm actually doing that for some of my favorite characters. Not gonna lie. And it says on the character screen, adjustments will be made to the visual display of guest characters' potential / transcend screens. Okay. Then we have the event and campaign related. So this looks like, is that a skin? Yeah, so Ravino will be added. Whoa, support contract. Yeah, so I think that this is actually the battle pass, which I'm not mad at. That support contract looks like it has some sick skins on it. It looks like you actually have one for Hinagiku, but it also has one for Q. That's the one I want. Okay, that looks absolutely insane. Now it says the following events and campaigns will be implemented. So we have Rank Match Season 2, which is going to be taking place for XB. We have the trial character stuff that's going to be happening, and there's one thing I want to point out here, guys. And you guys might not notice this, but this is one of those things that this is why I always say you want to go and always look at this stuff. And this is why I'm always looking at patch notes. That's why I always say, like, watch these videos because you never know. Hold on. Let me find the right button. Here we go. Look at this, guys. She's getting, and so this means we're getting new dungeons because look at the resource here, right? These are resources we don't even have in the game, right? So these are new resource drops that are going to be necessary to farm up for this character. So it looks like there's no prep that you can really do because these for sure don't exist in the game. I've played this game enough. So for maybe some of the older ones, obviously we'll have those resources, but new resources obviously means new dungeons, obviously, right? So that's already a big deal. I think that's a W though, because it just gives us something else to go farm. So hey, let me know how you guys feel about that. We also have the campaign buff characters. So it looks like these 3 specifically are going to be getting Miss Oi, EG are going to be getting their like 20% buff for this season. So we take those, including of course Hinagiku. So that's nice. We're gonna have a login where we'll be able to get some premium currency just for doing that. Also, as well, for it looks like maybe this is Steam positive feedback appreciation. This is going to be giving us some standard coins, which is really nice. So it's like 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. So we get basically a multi's worth. Then for clearing the newest chapter, so Dead History Comes for Vengeance, we get another 600 currency. So it looks like it's like the standard stuff that we typically would get. Now, it goes to say that the following tension cards will be added to Standard Synchro Embarking Championship. So adds insult to injury, things to hold on to. These are 3-star tension cards, so that's nice because now you can obtain them standard. Battle-related stuff that we have going on, the following settings will be added in the options for battle. Camera inversion, so will be added to camera settings. 4 options to control the camera input will be available. Do not invert top/bottom, invert left/right. And then also invert all directions. Same target as the ally will also be added to the prioritization. For enemies that an allied character is targeting, players will now be able to switch between same target as operating character and individual separate targets. Okay, so that's actually really good. That's kind of part of the fix they were saying with the AI to making sure that they're not just hitting random targets, but they're also focusing the same person. So adjustments have been made to the following characters. So with Q's secondary attack, it's been buffed. So break value will be increased from 260 to 400. When attacking, it will now be possible to cancel the attack through evasion. Ooh, that's kind of tough. Then, of course, we have Senju. So Senju's primary attack is now, looks like we'll be able to gain 1 stack /hit of Fighting Spirit. at the first and second stages, and the amount of fighting spirit gained at the third stages will be adjusted from 1 stack / hit to 2 stack / hit. Okay, nice. And then we have the strategy skill. So the amount of fighting spirit gain will be adjusted from 2 stacks to 3 stacks. And when attacking, it will now be possible to cancel the attack through evasion. So Sindru got a buff. Miss Oi got a buff. So adjusted content. Let's see. This character would be adjusted to prioritize recovering when launched or when included in the party as an ally character. So I guess that means they're making her more healing support at that point. And then it says, in addition, for the following adjustments related to battles were made, the effects of increased attack speed will also apply to secondary and strategic skills. See, I don't even think we knew that. So increased attack speed was only affecting the primary. I don't think anybody knew that. If you did, let me know, because I didn't know that. So secondary attacks and strategy skills now will be affected, which is nice. A short invincibility period will be activated immediately upon switching operating characters due to the original operating character being unable to battle. Okay, cool. That's nice. And when allied characters execute chain skills or ultimate skills, the invincibility period for the operating character will be slightly extended. A partial adjustment will be done to the timing for the attack registration of the Shinagawa tribe rider. We also have, in the mobile version, the display timing of the control button at the start of the battle will be improved. The timing of allies' calls when there is an attack featuring a warning will be adjusted. The parameters of enemies over level 41 will be adjusted. Enemies' abilities will be enhanced overall to match the difficulty of the upcoming content. So I guess that's fair. We knew that was coming. New tension cards will be added. The professional made. Now, does anybody read Japanese, by the way? Like, I couldn't tell you because it's actually telling us literally what this card is. But unfortunately, I don't read Japanese. So that's just kind of one of those things. We're getting the Cornerstone of Supremacy as well, which looks really, really sick. That looks really, really sick. I'm not going to lie. Now, it says a total of 17 types of tension cards will be added, including tension cards noted above. So, dude, 17 tension cards is insane. Now, we also are getting new bosses. So, Deadly Red Alert, okay. We have the Tentacles, very, very cliche. We have the UDX Robot. Okay, that looks sick, giving me Sonic vibes. We also have Rakuzakai. Is it Raku? Yeah, Rakuzakai. Okay. So very squiddy oriented looking. I don't know why it's reminding me of that, but it is. Now from here, and these all look sick, by the way, too. Really, really cool new looking intros, it looks like, as well. It says new enemies will be added. The main ninja Canon N Cheersy G, which that has to be one of those rat people. Subculturist Speed, Subculturist Hammer, Defender, and Rider. Okay. So that obviously is what we're getting as far as like probably the baseline enemy type that we're going to be seeing in the next chapter. XB related in auto mode that can be used in ranked and casual matches will be implemented. I know a lot of you guys are asking for that. Well, there you go. You got your auto. Now, the following adjustments will be made to XB. The UI for the editing screen will be adjusted. The display effects for the Verity Orb selection screen will be updated. And the display effects for when tension phase increase and battle and when battlers switch will be adjusted. And the following changes will be made to rank and casual matches. Some voice effects will be added. The balance of game progression will be added. And then once our opponents are matched, they will remain paired until the game finishes or the date changes. Okay, cool. So that's just, I guess, more for competitive nature. So you're not just able to pick whoever you want, which is fair. Exploration related. So it says the following adjustments will be made into rifts. So up to 3 boosters can now be consumed. The number of draws for obtainable rewards is multiplied according to the number of items consumed. So again, this is going to be highlighting if we actually go and we open this up in a new tab, because you know we got to zoom in, right? This is actually going to be highlighting some new enemy types, right? So look at that, new enemy types right here. We obviously can see the adjustment right here, which is pretty cool. And then from there, yeah, like we're just kind of cooking. Yeah, we're kind of cooking. New resource type right there. So yeah, this is cooking. I'm not gonna lie, it's cooking. I like it. So it says among selectable challenge levels, bonus rewards will be obtained if a rift over level 50 and at the highest level is cleared. So that of course is nice, where you can see here, which they opened it up, and it's not being covered. This should actually be showing on the bottom right here. bonus. So you get bonus Kane and TP, which we all need desperately. We need that desperately. So that's actually a pretty big deal. And then, of course, from there, it says the following items will be added in the options / language. Others, so chain encounter rage. It is now possible to set a range. Enemies will be drawn in during an encounter to either normal or wide. Wow, that's going to make it much better for farming. That's going to be really nice for farming. Now it says the effects of par will be adjusted. Effectiveness will now be increased from 10 to 15 or to 25 times. Woo! That's nice. That kind of offsets the cost because they're really expensive. And then it says when receiving a new compatible monster, it must fulfill the following conditions in order to receive the same substats. At a tier higher than the selected effect target, select the compatible monster, a 3-star compatible monster, and whenever substats are received through this effect, it will be counted as one time. This effect is not limited to Fractal Vice. Nice. So now with the number of counts will only be consumed when the same number of stats are received. And regarding the receival of substats, the following changes will be implemented. Guaranteed to receive 1 of the substats, a low chance to receive 2 of the substats, and after the version 1.1.0 update, this change will also be implemented to par already owned by players. Okay, cool. So that means it's gonna bring what the values up then? I think, yeah, that should bring the values up. Don't quote me on that, but that's how I'm kind of reading that. Now, it says when engaging in an encounter with an enemy at the very depths of rifts, surrounding enemies will also be engaging in the battle. So now with this, it also says you can now view the obtained progress of graffiti pieces in different areas on the map. So that's nice. So they're just kind of giving us like cure well for tracking. Display icons on the radar during exploration will now show height differences. Ooh, okay. We have an icon and display of accessible areas will be adjusted. So that's actually really nice. Then from here, what we have is new puzzles have been added. Oh God, the puzzles were okay for me. Like I don't, it's just because I don't like puzzles, but I'll do them. They still can be somewhat fun, right? Now it says the following adjustments have also been made when purchasing recipes from Bureau. The amount of Kane owned will be displayed. Okay, cool. Reduce the time to run back and forth after dashing. Reduce the display time when obtaining compatible monsters. Then they also basically, the notice upon obtaining compatible monsters can now be closed freely. For mobile versions, on the notice screen, swipe right to close. And for Steam version, press the X button to close. Now, compatible related. Collectible related. It says limited skins have been added. The wrinkled ridge, which is for Hinagiku. We have the retainer, which is going to be for Saizo. So Saizo Akaba is a character expected to be released in an upcoming update. The character cannot be used if the skin is owned. So just kind of a disclaimer there. We have the Ravino skin, which is sick because this is the, I guess kind of paying homage a little bit to the anime. So that just looks sick for Q. Now it says shop items can be found in in-game shops, Patty Mate, and the card station Q, and the antenna parabola have been updated. So then from here we have the card station Q. I think that's what that is. Then detention cards professional made will be added to the enigmatic fragment exchange. There we go. Now from here, it says newly obtained tension cards from Card Station Q are at level 1, Ascension Stage 1. Now with the Patty Mate, they have the exclusive skins have been added to the Fashion Ticket Exchange, so you could save your tickets for that and get some free to play, which is really nice. 120 it looks like for the ones for Q because those are legendary, but 50 for the other ones, which I feel like is pretty fair. Q skin, which has the Ravino 3 variants. The Dominator has 1 variant. Hina Giku's Akiba skin. The Wrinkle Ridge has 3 variants, and the Brilliant Prima has 8 variants. And these exclusive skins added to the Patty Mate in this update will also be added to Wonder Boxes, so you can still obtain these free to play. The Atena shop, Parabola, the Atena obtaining, the following trading materials will be added. So the Milaskia, the Courage Code, Tuning Dial, Neo Chiodo Shard, and the Motherboard. So I think those were some of the new resources we were seeing that we do not have in the game yet. Wonder Box content will be updated as well. Like I was mentioning, all of the skins and the variants are getting added to it. And then, of course, we have new medals and player card banners, new compatible monsters. We have the Naga A, Naga B, Naga G, and that's under the Naga series. The Lycanthrope series, which is Lycanthrope D, Lycanthrope P, and Lycanthrope F. And then we have the Scorpy series, so Scorpy H, Scorpy T, S, and then Scorpy E. Don't know what they do, but we shall see. Now, the following functions will be added to the bag: compatible monsters, characters, compatible monsters. Filter function will be added by tier, will be added to the item sort by basics. And on the character screen, compatible monster substats with the same effect will be displayed together. So again, just to kind of show you that, I mean, even though it is in Japanese, we can still kind of tell, right? So as you can see, the same effects. Oh, hold on. There we go. It's displayed right here with the HP. So it's looking pretty good. I'm not gonna lie, it's looking pretty good. All right, so let's actually go back up over to this part right here. All right, boom, there we go. All right, so now it says subsets that increase the action levels of Hinagiku Akiba, Saijo Akiba, and Ichinosuke, right? Is that how you guys say it? Is it Ichinosuke Akiba? I want to make sure I'm saying that right. Or it's Ichino, right? That's how you say it. Somebody let me know down below. But it basically says with this, Saizo Akiba is a character expected to be released in an upcoming update, as well as Ichinosuke. Now, it also says the new compatible monster substats will be added: life absorption, regenerate, shield expansion, of sword and spear, okay, backstab, and ninja footwork. That's clearly for the new character. Like, what? Ninja footwork? Okay. And then just to kind of give you guys a little bit of a visual here on what this is looking like, you could see that it's definitely new Patimon. They look very different than some of the other ones that we had. And these can be bought, I think, from the store. This one looks like the store. So, yeah, nonetheless, it's still something cool. Now we have the system related, which is going to be new shop will be added, skin exclusive offer. That's just basically something we'll have to see in game when it comes in, because I don't know what the price points are or really the full details of that pack. Now the value set, which players can basically purchase various sets that can enhance characters using paid Enigma entities. So we'll have to see what that is. We have a confirmed skin screen will be added. And then from there, it says the number of items that may be requested through the delivery request will be adjusted. In support contract, the time remaining until daily and weekly missions refresh will be displayed. Judge robot models and character rank up materials can be sold now. Wow, okay. Lock on will be added in key configuration. A push notification function will be added. Stream achievements will be added, and a function for account deletion will be added. Now, some of the bug fixes, which is like the last portion here that they go over. It says the revival effect of tension card's ferocity may not be correctly activated when Senju is at the set or is set as the operating character is knocked out by transferring damage. When Santoro Mita is transited 2 times and included in the party, the action magic pitch number 2 Inspire may not activate when if attack or even if attacking with secondary attack while Energize is at 3 stacks. Okay, so I didn't know that. So that's probably okay. That makes more sense now as to why that never worked. But okay, cool. So when Miss Oi is transcended 1 time and included in the party, the effect of the tension card uplift will be constantly active from the beginning of battle. The action damage increase of the additional attacks targeted by the correction effects of the tension card Diligent Pursuit what may be calculated twice erroneously, dealing unintended amounts of damage. Ooh, so that means that's going to be adjusted. It's not really a nerf, but if it was unintended, then they're going to patch it, which is going to mean it's not going to deal as much damage more than likely. Additional content was areously displayed on the reward details screen regarding the tension card that can be obtained from support contracts, leading to a mistranslation regarding the source of acquisition. And other minor issues were also fixed. For other bug fixes, please refer to in-game related notices posted after the release of 1.1.0. We hope you can continue to enjoy playing Tribe 9. All right, so that's basically everything that we have coming, man. Tons and tons and tons and tons of content. I'm excited because this is all stuff that we've been waiting for, and getting little bit by little more detail is even better. The update should be coming in like, I think, a day, 2 days. So this video will be going out today. So in 2 days, we will be seeing some more changes, man. And that's going to be pretty big. So again, guys, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Yeah, this is quite exciting stuff because we're actually going to be streaming as well. So I have to stream and all that scheduled out so we can get into it, man. We got a lot of grinding to do. I'm going to be doing some preemptive grinding, just kind of prepping. But yeah, guys, that's basically going to be that with this one. Everybody, stay blessed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.